arena. Let's see if Zuniaki is going to be able to provide the wings for his new team to fly, or if they will be turned into cow chow.
Okay then, Rich Campbell, let's see it. This is the first game of the second season of the World of Warcraft Arena World Championship. Cassidy is immediately just charging in. He's going to stun up the Ret Paladin into a Wyvern Sting potentially here. They're just trying to control the Ret Paladin and go after the Warlock. This cross crowd control from Skill Cap Red has been quite effective, already triggering Barabie's trinket option of adaptation, but they immediately followed up with a freezing trap. Dim, I would imagine, is going to be the primary target for Skill Cap Red. Let's see how he deals with this pressure. So far, just taking absolutely no damage. That was great positioning by Barabie there with the Earthen Shield Totem. He kept his team completely safe through this initial aggression.
Yeah, looks like he is going to be fine. Cassidy, you know, not opting to run to that Incarnation, so he's going to be doing a little bit less damage through that. But like we talked about, still going to be doing significant damage on that Feral Druid, and you can tell Barabie's having a difficult time topping off his team right now. Skill Cap Red getting very aggressive early on. Once again, Interest is going to be stunned up. He opts to trinket out of that. There's a bursting shot over onto Barabie. Is it going to be followed up with a full trap? Doesn't look like it, but Dim just taking so much damage as well. Maim over onto Barabie as Dim gets lower and lower. Barabie might have to throw out that Spearling Totem to catch up.
Yeah, and there's a full freezing trap now having been landed. Dim is going to be in a bit of danger. How is he going to escape from the situation? He's not. He's actually just going to counter pressure. He's standing right in their face and tossing out a ton of damage, and that's going to be the Divine Shield forced out. And let's see if they can get anything else. Doesn't seem like it. Dim is still dangerously low. Now Barabie caught into a bursting shot. If they can follow any crowd control, I don't think they have very much left. Barabie now out of the stun there from the support of his Retribution Paladin. Ascendance popped. Ascendance is going to allow him to heal his whole team back to full very easily, but that is a 3-minute cooldown. He can't do that again for another 3 minutes. Skill Cap Red, they have their Berserk coming up in 1:40, so that's going to be very dangerous for Barabie. See if Dim can get the pressure going. A full Repentance has been secured onto Zuniaki. This is one saving grace that could allow Chilled Cow some pressure. Now into a Capacitor Totem. Great crowd control chain so far into Zuniaki. Adam Rex is down to half, but it's not enough. Cassidy now getting pressured down below half. Zuniaki still has a lot of cooldowns available to deal with this. He should be able to deal with it perfectly fine. He moves in for a stun, but the adaptation is available. They're likely looking for that. It gets dispelled instantly by the Ret Paladin, so it doesn't even trigger the adaptation. Really nice play there. Now Barabie is still going to have it, and they eat the freezing trap. That's great positioning from Chilled Cow, but even despite that, the whole team is at half HP, Ben.
Yeah, Zuniaki charging in, looking for that fear, not able to land it over onto Barabie. Wanted to proc that adaptation. Now Zuniaki caught into the Repentance, so pushing in there may have backfired on him a little bit, as Adam Rex and Cassidy are taking quite a bit of damage in this situation. Adam Rex getting lower and lower. Aspect of the turtle is going to be forced out, so some nice counter pressure coming in from Chilled Cow. Zuniaki has to be careful.
Look at those unstable afflictions.
Yeah, whenever Zuniaki's in this very defensive position, it's easy for him to keep his team alive, but when he pushes in, that's when Chilled Cow can really punish him.
Oh, that's a lot of damage. Dim's going to portal away. His healer's caught into a bursting shot. The Ret Paladin is trying to pull back as well, but now caught into a bash. Cross crowd control. Barabie gets out with the adaptation. He's trying to reconnect. Cassidy forced away by the single target damage. That was an Earthen Shield Totem forced a bit prematurely on Barabie's part, so that's not going to be available to deflect the big damage that's available in 15 seconds for Skill Capped Red. Dim is going to have to be ready and waiting for that. Mana is very even at this point. It's still anyone's match. Adam Rex should be aware that he doesn't have his aspect of the turtle, which is his immunity to damage. So if he gets caught behind a pillar, he could be in a lot of trouble, but he's in a good position right now, not overextended. And he's able to just tee off on the whole team, and immediately the Ret Paladin's going to pull away. Now they're overextending. Zuniaki has to move in. They stun him behind the pillar with the fear cross crowd control. Great peels, but at the same time, interesting, he's dipped dangerously low. No Divine Shield available for him. How is Barabie going to deal with this? He drops Healing Tide. He's trying to off-heal with some Flash of Lights. Will that be enough healing to buy the time that they need? He's dangerously low. They knock him into the middle of the map. They're all stacked on top of Barabie to try and eat the freezing trap, but they're just standing still, unable to move. Skill Cap Red had them completely pinned down.
Yeah, but Cassidy having to get gripped back by Zuniaki. They used a lot defensively there to keep that aggression up, and that was the berserking coming in from Cassidy. This isn't looking too bad for Chilled Cow. Tana, though, not getting topped off. Some heals coming in from Barabie as the Wyvernston gets instantly dispelled there by Tana. Very nicely done. Zuniaki gets locked out. Cassidy using Survival Instincts, going to be running around the pillar once again, but you can tell Chilled Cow, they realize they have Skill Cap Red on the back foot. But unfortunately not able to charge in, and that gives Zuniaki a free fear, but Cassidy's still getting low. Nice fear over onto the enemy team. Tana now getting raked off, full trap on Barabie. Tana gonna try to keep himself alive, but ultimately gets taken down. Skillcap Red, they had so much pressure in that game.
My goodness, yeah, they really did. They had so much pressure, and you saw Cassidy at quite a few moments. First of all, makes that Berserk look just like an Incarn with it, without much of a problem, looking really strong, able to get so much damage out there. But the main thing that I want to note is we do see Chilled Cow against all odds. It looks so many times like they're just going to go down in one of those burst windows, but they are able to establish pressure. We see UAs going out. We see them rotting down.
After that, and they have a minute to do so as well. And at this point, Tana is also very low. Arcasia is feared up. So, I mean, everything is just falling into place. DR bursting shot into a full trap right there. And there's nothing Tana can do. As you can see, that bubble as well, having about 50 seconds left on its cool.
In favor of Skillcap Red, assuming this bounces back and forth as it would be predicted. So by taking this aggressive play and picking a map that actually benefits Skillcap Red and trying to take it their strategy instead is a way that they could swing the series back in their favor, but it's going to be a risky way to do it.
Yeah, like Zico mentioned, it's going to be very important to protect that adaptation from Barabee. Tana's going to have to be on point with those Sanks and those Dispels. Wyvern Sync's going to be coming in actually on the Tana, so he's going to proc that Retribution Paladin Trinket. Tana trying to reconnect to his target, getting on that Divine Steed, but not too much happening early on. There's a Hammer of Justice over on Zuniaki, and it looks like Tana's actually going to be putting some pressure over onto him.
Yeah, Zuniaki's going to be the primary target right now for Chilled Cow, as he did overextend quite a bit, but with Rapture and Archangel comboed together, Zuniaki can mash out huge powered shields. He's basically going to be very immortal unless Barabee can spam out purges on them, and with that, he pushes in and lands a full fear to trigger the adaptation, now followed up with a full freezing trap. Arcasia is in a 3v2. How is he going to survive the pressure? He trades out his unending resolve, but even with that, he is still taking immense pressure. It could easily fall. He gets knocked away from a potential Spearling Totem, and that explosive trap was going to secure them the game.
Clutch.
Great play from Skillcap Red, and that's what I was saying. If you try to go head-to-head with a Jungle Cleave,
wow,
you're not going to leave with your head on your shoulders.
It never works out.
There's
Earthen Shield Totem goes down. See ya.
And Rookie, we said, okay, when we saw this Destruction Lock, maybe they're going to try to out-aggress Skillcap Red. Was that the problem? Did they get too aggressive and leave themselves open to a pounding?
Well, they definitely left themselves open. Skillcap Red went super aggressive. It was kind of the same story as the first game. Zuniaki able to get that fear onto Barabee, get that adaptation off very early on. And once you get that initial CC rolling, it is so going to be even more comfortable having that mind control as almost like a form of mana burn in a way. If he's getting out those mind controls and Barabee's having to dispel them over and over and over and using Purge, that is going to run him out of mana very quickly. So if you can get those casts off, it's going to be very dangerous. I'm interested to see if Skillcap Red opts to just push in and play a super aggressive opening. If so, Zuniaki's going to have to be on that pillar. He can't really be in the middle of the map.
All right, Cassidy immediately getting the Ashbringer trinket from the Ret Paladin, who is playing Dwarf. I'm curious if the Shadow Priest is also playing Dwarf. That would be super effective against the Feral Druid's damage over time effect. I don't think that he is until we get a little bit closer. Arcasia now opened up on it. He is playing Human, so he's not going to have that defensive advantage. With a double fear and a silence combo together, Arcasia sets up to get damage over time rolling on the whole team. Barabee has preemptively had an Earthen Shield Totem placed here onto the Shadow Priest, but they swap over to Tana. A ton of damage right off the back of a counter shot, almost getting the Divine Shield, and the damage is just absolutely nutty from Adam Rex and Cassidy initially on here.
Yeah, Master Spell comes in, but still not too much pressure over on the Tana just yet. Cassidy getting a little bit low right now as he has his Berserking up. He's going to be kiting away Zuniaki. You can see that Prayer Mending just bouncing over and over, still having basically every single defensive cooldown available to him. Barabee now put into a maim. That is going to be the Blessing of Sanctuary, so that's out of the question now for Chilled Cow in terms of defensives for quite some time. Now Zuniaki can help set up with that Chastise on under Barabee. They can trap out of that, and they can close out this game. Chilled Cow has to find some offensive momentum.
Yeah, we see a silence and a Hammer of Justice. Zuniaki trinkets out to dispel Cassidy as they want to get aggressive. They know they have the pressure as Tana dips low. A double fear defensively from Arcasia, but Barabee now caught into a full trap. Tana is on the run, trying to desperately get out of line of sight of Adam Rex. But even with this retreating away, I'm not sure if they're going to be able to hold the Blessing of Protection. They're trying their best, but if he gets interrupted on Repentance, he won't be able to do it. He's just not going to use it. Unfortunately, there was a bit of a choke, I think, from Chilled Cow going down in Game 3. They wanted to break out a different composition, but Zuniaki was more than ready, switching over to that Holy Priest to completely counter them out, and now advancing 3-0 in the lower bracket, eliminating Chilled Cow from the competition.
Told you we could be wrong.
Oh, yeah. You're definitely wrong in being a 3-1, but that was quite the matchup too. And we're not going to make you wait 5 weeks again, just 5 minutes. We are back, and when we return, it is going to be none other than XRB to the moon against a team that we haven't seen before. They're known as best students. Let's see if XRB to the moon is going to be able to take them to school, or if they'll come out on top.